Happiness is not something which is ready-made. We really need to take right decisions and actions to be happy. Hi everyone, this is Simran. Welcome to Story Makers. This is the show where we bring to you visionaries. And yes, when I say that, we have yet another visionary sitting next to me. He has been working diligently in the field of bringing joy and purpose to people's life. He's just not an entrepreneur. He's just not an engineer. He is so much. Yes, my dear friends, on today's show, we are going to listen to someone who has a purpose, and of course, he is giving purpose to many. Now, we have Mr. Harsh Vashist. He's the MD of Satyam Group of Companies, and he's also the founder of a concept called HuHaHo. When I was listening to this, it already brought a smile on my face. I'm sure it's going to bring smile to your face as well. So let's welcome here on Story Makers. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
What a great concept that you've come up with. So much that you've been doing. And I would like to start with your journey. Back the stage while I was talking to you, I got to know the purpose that you have. But I need to start with your journey, how you started and how you've reached to this point.
So basically, Simran, I did my engineering in 1997 into electrical, this thing. And fortunately, I got chance to enter into automotive industry, which is a great industry, which is contributing almost 18% in the GDP growth, economic growth of the country, right? And that point of time, I started with a lot of engineering solutions like painting solutions, lifting solutions, lube solutions. So, for example, entire DTC, they are using our systems for dispensing the lube. This is the one part. And later on, we entered into value-added services related to auto itself because that point of time, 2000, when, a lot of new car companies, they are entering into India. Before that, it is all Padmani, and then Maruti entered in 1984, then 97, Hyundai, then Ford Escort. Entire market was changing. It was like, and car, basically, they excites
Correct.
us. And we know we are from a country which is very vichitra. Like still we show hand to Pandit ji, wahan yog hai ya nahi hai.
Correct.
So fortunately I'm into that industry, and then we started one skill center because we realized later on in 2015 that there is a lot of gap. People don't want to be technician, and how we will everybody wants to drive car, then who will repair it? So that was a pain point. Then we enroll ourselves with National Skill Development Council, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Yojana, and then we trained a lot of people under this vertical. And one day in 2018, I realized, because we were Chevy dealer, like presently also we are Kia and Tata Motors car dealer in Delhi.
Wonderful.
And as a dealership, I started my journey in 2014 with Chevrolet brand, then later on Nissan,
Okay.
and then now Kia and Tata. So that point of time when Chevy was exiting from India, we all know, right?
Correct.
So we created one showroom in west part of Delhi. So idea was not to leave that space, do something which is unique. So fortunately, I was studying our Ayurveda, and I come to know that we have 4,500 formulas in Ayurveda, and unfortunately 1,500 belongs to China now because we
Correct.
are sleeping.
Yes.
So ultimately, haldi is not ours. So it belongs to US now. And every five-star property throughout the globe, every airport, they are offering golden shake and turmeric latte. But वो हमारी नानी दादी ने पिलाया है. And haldi is one thing which gives you all solutions. Haldi,
Exactly.
हल देने वाली.
Haldin. Wow.
So it is fantastic. So that was the idea when we started. Uh, like this concept HuHaHo.
Okay.
Because it is related to humanity, somewhere happiness, which is the need of the hour, and everybody is low depressed. So hope, optimism is very much required, right? So we entered into preventive healthcare. That every body gives signals, you have to catch those signals and cure yourself.
Wonderful.
If you ignore, then you get sick, then you
Yes.
need doctor. Like in today's time, when you get fever, immediately you take paracetamol, which is
Correct,
not right.
correct.
Which is not right, because paracetamol increases your 10 marks, but indirectly minus 40 because of lot of side effect on pancreas or maybe kidney and livers. We keep hearing all these things.
Correct.
So you have patience, because fever itself,
Goes into-
restarting your body, and it is like we do software upgrade in our body. So it is like that.
Okay.
So that was the idea, like sensitize people. Prevention is better than cure. So people should keep patience, and they should take care of themselves. Remember the COVID time when for a period of 6 months all hospitals were closed.
Yes.
And there was zero OPDs. People were happy,
And people were
enjoying
reviving
time.
on their
Yeah,
own.
yeah, they were curing themselves with their own.
Hmm.
And we set a biggest example in the world.
Yes.
140 crores
Hmm.
and very minimal damage. So that was us,
Hmm.
our Ayurveda and lot of things, and people are following it.
Hmm.
So that's my journey. Then we started HuHaHo, and then incorporating, creating vibes with through corporates, NGOs, schools, parents, individuals. So we started that.
So the journey has been really great. Like how you started, you're from the industry where it's like, from the automobile industry. You so thought process, you're an engineer. But coming, I'm sure you must have seen a lot in the society, and that brings you here to open HuHaHo. Now, please tell us about the entire concept. What is HuHaHo? Can you tell me the entire thing? And why have you started with this particular thing? What actually made you to start? What was that? There could be some incident to it that made you to start this.
Yeah, when we started this National Skill Development Council, courses, programs, so nobody wants to become, technician.
Mm-hmm.
And we seen a lot of cases where, both parent, mother, father, they are working,
Mm-hmm.
and their, children, they have done BTech or diploma holders, engineering, and they are sitting idle in their homes since last 4 5 years.
Right.
So that was the biggest pain point.
Hmm.
We got a lot of invites from different, government of Delhi, government of India, CII, FICCI, for doing job fairs.
Okay.
So that was the point when we realized when fresher they are coming, they are saying, अगर हमें कोई मौका नहीं देगा, अगर हम fresher है तो मौका कौन देगा?
Hmm.
So that was one pain area with the freshers.
Hmm.
And then the other side is the pass out, the chunk of, majority who are BTechs, which is 60% of the total, job seekers, they even don't know who is Newton, and they are calling themselves engineer.
Correct.
So there is a big hue and cry, big gap in industry and in actual life. Industry is looking for a lot of people who are at least market fit.
Hmm.
Then only they will hire it.
Right.
But unfortunately, these guys are not market ready,
Hmm.
and they have only certification with them.
Right.
So I don't want to go into that ki how everything happened. But this is very sad part. A engineering college is not having even the cut section models just to educate students. So how will you make engineers or anything? So that was a trigger point when we realized there is a lot of unhappiness and depression into youngsters. Then we start meeting different kids, parents. Parents, they have their own issues. Kids, they have their own issues. So how to bridge that gap?
Hmm.
The problem is मेरा बेटा मेरी नहीं सुनता, but मेरे दोस्त की तो सुन लेता है. So idea is to become smart and to make like system like that कि आप मेरे बच्चे संभाल लो, मैं आपके संभाल लूँ. So indirect message.
Correct.
If childhood friends है ना, अगर वो समझाएंगे बेटा, try to understand your father is doing a lot of things for you. Have some patience. This is not the way to talk to him.
Right.
तो बच्चे समझेंगे. But problem is हम लोग भी give up कर जाते हैं because we are so much of stress कि हमारे लिए ये सब चीजें जो हैं एक उस ब्रैकेट में है which is not urgent, not important, but it is very much urgent and very much important. So idea was just to make everybody realized कि we are Homo sapiens, we are social animals, we are humans. Please do your acts as per keeping that into mind that we are humans and it is our right to be happy.
So right.
And third, if we are happy and we are humans, automatically a lot of opportunities, hope will come into our life.
Yes.
So all these three things, they are integrated and we cannot lose anything. But if you do one thing, automatically two other things will bring into your life.
Very well said. And you actually took up a very sensitive topic, and that's how you reach to human happiness and hope. This is how we actually pronounce it
Yeah.
correctly. Now, when you talked about the relationship between parents and children, it's a very touchy topic these days. It's become very sensitive because of the, I don't know, there are a lot of things that that has brought a lot of bridge between both the generations. Now we have Gen Zs, and they they have a very different thought process. Now here my important question is that the time is such, how is HuHaHo helping the parents and the children to bridge that gap?
So in our this program, which is HuHaHo, first two letters of these three words, right? So idea is just to make everybody sensitize and shake through the different techniques, through the different activities and the medium. So we are coming up with two models. Already we have done our pilot run since last 4 5 years. Now we are clear what we have to offer to the society. So our offline model is having lot of things which is engaging one human being into uh, different activities, irrespective of the age,
Mm-hmm.
religion,
Mm-hmm.
geography, and the sector. When I say sector, means anybody
Right.
from a education background to a corporate. So everybody is looking for it. So our offline program, we are coming up. This is first of its kind, and people are acknowledging it. This is first time in the world. Nobody
Okay.
has done it
Mm-hmm.
under one roof. So this is a concept where a lot of activities, creational activities, innovative activities, health related things, discussions. So if I say like oxygen bar is there, we all know
Okay.
the importance of oxygen, right?
Correct. Correct.
So oxygen bar is there.
Okay.
So the next offering after oxygen bar is the Himalayan salt. We all
Mm-hmm.
know. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a cabin where you can sit.
Mm-hmm.
All walls and everything is of Himalayan salt, which is Senda Namak, and they have it's having very good medicinal properties
Correct. Correct.
and a lot of benefits. Aura itself, become positive once you sit into it. And then apart from that, we have dentist room because these are the
Okay.
small pain areas
Mm-hmm.
where idea is human is looking for good health
Hmm.
first.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are healthy, then automatically happiness and everything comes into picture, right?
True that.
This is
Yes.
just a platform where we have a lot of offerings related to health also.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from that, there are sauna, there is ice flex, and there is cryotherapy,
Okay.
and then there is cooking, pottery classes, cooking.
Oh, wow.
See, idea is one has to engage himself or herself into some activity
Wonderful.
which
Yeah.
is giving some distraction to the stress points on the depression.
Wow.
So once you engage into your hobby, like there is a dance and the music also
Mm-hmm.
area where you can really relax. You can whatever you want to play your dream instrument, you play it.
Super.
And there is a like sound therapy room, yoga therapy room. There are some physical and mental games also
Mm-hmm.
for kids, for even the elder ones. They do it, they enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
There is Ludo of Life. Actually, it is a snake and ladder, but
Okay.
it's a Ludo of Life which is on the big floor
Okay.
where we request to small kids just to play as a roll of dice,
Okay.
and then they move on
Mm-hmm.
the 1 to
Ladder
100
of life.
numbers. And we defined our age into 100 years, 1
Okay.
to 100. For
Okay.
example, suppose a very young the newly born baby, if you give all nutritious food, automatically making his stamina,
Mm-hmm.
every mother is concerned about it,
Right.
right?
Right.
So वहां पर एक सीढ़ी मिल जाएगी उसको which
Mm-hmm.
will bring him to the next level.
Next level.
And the next example is if you are engaged into some wrong activities, drugs and all,
Mm-hmm.
at the age of 20, 22, then सांप आएगा and it will
Yeah.
bite you and you
Wow.
will
And this is
again.
how you're going to be teaching them
Yeah.
nowadays.
The idea is people like these things should be retained in their brains, their
Right.
heart. They
Yes.
understand this is the life.
Wow.
That
Okay.
is that is why we call it Ludo of life. For
Perfect.
example, if a uncle is at the age of 75 and he's having three sons,
Mm-hmm.
so his duty is to all make them happy and distribute his property in front of him only.
Hmm.
There is no point to regret later on once you go to heaven, right?
Right. Right. Right.
Later on क्या होता है we all know.
True.
So कईयों का रहता है like I will not distribute my property because अपने सामने तो नहीं होने दूंगा. That was the feeling, right?
True.
But this is wrong.
Yes. Yes.
So you should take a call there and then. So this is all life.
Yes.
Otherwise, snake will come, he will bite you,
Oh,
and
wow.
again it will bring you to 20 at the age of 75.
Yes.
Then again, same trauma, tensions, and all those things. So these are the activities. We also have a podcast room.
Okay.
We also have a conference room for corporates. We also have a recording room. So
Wow.
that if you have something in your like, if you are you want to sing something,
Mm-hmm.
you want to record something, please come and use the facility.
Wow.
So we have a millet cafe also by the name of Green Life Cafe,
Mm-hmm.
which is purely based on millet food,
Mm-hmm.
non-cooked food,
Okay.
basically. Very delicious.
Okay.
We offer pizza, pastas, and everything. We all know Maharana Pratap,
Mm-hmm.
how strong he is.
Mm-hmm.
It's hardly 150, 200 years back.
Mm-hmm.
So strength,
Mm-hmm.
he lift 80 kilo bhala and throw it on the target and accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
So millets, they are very powerful, and thanks to our PM who initiated this,
Right.
this thing.
Hmm.
So we have, lot of green life products also within our range. People
Okay.
come and enjoy like honey, like haldi, salt lamps, essential oils. Oils itself is very powerful. Eucalyptus, the extract of eucalyptus is very good, very
Right.
good for asthmatic patients,
Hmm.
especially during the polluted, days.
Right.
And then we have, auditorium for 100,
Hmm.
guys. They can sit, they can enjoy. You can book it for your cousins,
Hmm.
mummy side and papa side, both. Call them,
Hmm.
enjoy them,
Hmm.
and discuss some topics.
Hmm.
So we have entire, holistic approach we want to give it, which gives you happiness ultimately,
Right.
and which brings hope. So
Correct.
our motto is humans staying happy, keeping the hope alive.
Wonderful. What a great concept. I mean, I've just been wondering that you've got everything under one roof. Now, the person doesn't have to go anywhere, any haywire. If he has any desire, under one roof, you've got everything. Where is this place situated? Where is it that how can people reach to it and get benefit?
So first of its kind is coming into Moti Nagar. Already
Okay.
we have done pilot runs. So now we are coming with a big format. And the USP, I was forgot to mention that we are coming up with a cultural corridor.
All right.
So which brings the heroes of our 29 states in India,
Okay.
because kids and people, they don't know the contribution of Abdul Kalam Sahab. We all know,
Of course.
we all
Oh, who
appreciate,
cannot?
wonderful personality.
Yes.
So we are creating their statues. There is a big corridor. People can come, they walk, they understand
Wow.
what is our, heritage, what is our DNA.
Yeah.
So from Punjab, it belongs to Bhagat Singh.
Hmm.
For Gujarat, it belongs to Sardar Patel, the big contributor,
Yeah.
right? So that way, we are, creating this cultural corridor.
Wonderfully, you have conceptualized the whole concept, and I'm sure we are really looking forward to it. Now, we've also heard that somebody if would like to enjoy this facility can also go online. Do we have that kind of a facility here?
See, we want to like discourage digital. So when I say online means we come to your place.
Okay.
Either you are a corporate
Okay.
or you are a school, college, RWA, NGO, we'll come to your place with our team.
Wow.
So what we do, we organize wellness camps,
All right.
and these are very unique kind of a wellness camp from 10 to 4 in the evening, and maybe morning 5 to 9 or 10, where we can incorporate a lot of things. When I say a lot of things, like we give offering of a dietitian,
Okay.
physiotherapist,
Hmm.
Ayurveda instructor, and then we check their BMI, sugar, basic things, uh, ECG. Even there are devices where you can check ECG there and then at their doorstep. And then there is a cosmic therapy, sound therapy, and then there is a session of half a hour or like interaction on our techniques. Like we have 32 techniques, different techniques, which belongs to different sectors, segments, age group. We define it
Okay.
in that way.
Okay.
So they select it, and then we create a connect with them,
Okay.
sensitize them. For example, if we there is one technique which is omelette. If you are sitting with your kids, then tell them, everybody know what is omelette. So omelette एक ही बार खाना होता है. You have to break egg and then you have to cook omelette, right?
Right.
So once there is any external force coming on the egg, so it is not good. It is one time
Okay.
happiness. But once you create inner force, then it will give a birth.
That's
And then if there is a internal pressure, then it is a birth.
right.
And we all celebrate birth.
Yes.
So idea behind it is you can help yourself. Don't depend on others. If you don't do your responsibilities, you will get external pressure, and then you will face challenges, and you don't like it.
Right.
So idea is just inner senses you have to activate. So this is one topic.
Okay.
Then there is a 15-20 minutes question answer round, because everybody is failed.
Right.
They are so much engaged with the digital platform where we get everything on screen. Phone to baat karta hi nahi hai na. So we have to interact.
Right.
So just imagine, if we want to create space into a jar, what will we do? We do shake.
Yeah.
If we want to create a space into mobile phone, we try to find out images and the videos which are of no use. We delete them and create a space.
Right.
So this is again we have to implement in our life.
Yes. Create space for
Create a
yourself.
space. So people can call us. We go there. We are doing it for railways. We have done projects for IRCTC. We have done for
Wonderful.
Delhi Police. We have done for other corporates also, like Tata Motors, Hero,
That's a
and
great thing.
for Delhi government schools we have done it.
Okay.
And response is very much encouraging.
Super.
The best part is the young generation. They are full of energy. They are full of ideas. They are brilliant. The people who are at the age group of 35 to 55, they are at fault. Because they know, they understand to give everything as a comfort,
Hmm.
because they always show to their kids, I don't have time, you tell me what you need.
Yeah.
So this is not the way.
You very
You
rightly
have to
said.
keep patience.
Yes, yes. And here, when you're talking about this, I would like to speak with my audience directly. Now you know where to go because stress is something we're all dealing with. And if you want to be happy and you want to know that there is a hope, you know where to go. It's soon coming in our part of the country. We're in India in a very centrally place. And of course, if you can't reach there, you've got a beautiful way of getting online. Now, here, one very important thing, it is not digital, it is online. If they're coming to you, to serve the humanity. Wonderfully that the concept is here. I want to move further because again, this is a very disheartening question that I'm going to ask, because here, when in the families these days, people do not have time for each other. We are so much into our own selves, that we aren't sitting together to even have one meal of a day. Now, this is very, very disheartening to see that the back then when we see people used to sit together, even if we see
Yeah.
old systems like our dadi nanis, we used to say we used to sit, garam khana bana ke hi serve kiya jata tha. Now here when we come back, we see it's quite disheartening because kids are being served in their own room. Everyone's looking for a me time. Now here coming back again, because we're talking about stress and bringing happiness and hope, how do you help people to bring them together?
So the issue is again with the age group of 35 to 55, who have not realized they engage themselves just to cater, just to grab, just to earn resources for their families.
Hmm.
And ultimately, this is the result. When you don't create a connect with your younger ones,
Hmm.
then this is the issue. Like Gen Z, you discussed, and a lot of other things. So idea is just to create a connect,
Hmm.
and creating a connect, it's not only family's responsibility anymore now.
Hmm.
Yes, family is very much important.
Hmm.
Primarily, jitni bhi mothers hai, they play a very vital role,
Hmm.
because they are basically the homemakers.
Right.
So idea and request is to government, idea and request to organizations
Hmm.
and schools.
Hmm.
So we have done a lot of research work with a lot of people in last 3-4 years, and we realized that you have to segment according to the age group, right? One first, the newborn to 15,
Hmm.
that is one age group where you can talk
Hmm.
through schools,
Right.
the moral values
Right.
you can give them,
Right.
and they will listen you.
Huh.
And then there is a age which is 15 to 30 or 35, you
Hmm.
can say.
Hmm.
For them everything is digital,
Hmm.
Google.
Hmm.
They don't trust you, they simply Google it you,
Yeah.
and they bang on, ask, this is wrong, this
Yes.
is unfair, papa, or
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
So we have to tackle them very differently.
Hmm.
We have to make it very, very modernized. That is why we took a lot of time.
Hmm.
My sister is also handling it in Australia, the same
Hmm.
vertical.
Yes.
And
Yes.
this name is, created by her only. That is her,
Okay.
the names. Because we want to give something which is appealing to the youngsters.
Yes.
We are already, done, like
Hmm.
I'm close to 40, 48, 50, right? So I have lived my 60-70% of life.
Hmm.
So important is, being India, which is the youngest nation, 60-65% are below 35. So we have to make a world very beautiful. We have to make them resources very smartly so that they become responsible.
Hmm.
So idea is just to bring them into it. So that is why this name is like, fortunately God is so kind that HuHaHo brings a smile on everybody's
Smile.
face,
Yeah.
and people immediately connect it, and they want to curious, they show their the desire to know more about it.
Hmm.
And it is everybody's life,
Yes.
irrespective of age or whatever.
Hmm.
So idea is just to make them sensitize the age group 15 to 30, 35, because they are the future.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then 35 to 55, we have to just make them sensitize ki
Hmm.
we have to be little realistic, we have to spend time with the families,
Hmm.
we have to start listening them
Hmm.
and come out of it,
Yeah.
right? The daily fightings and everybody, COVID teaches a lot.
Yes.
I think that is a big correction in our lives,
Hmm.
and we witnessed to it. We have
Hmm.
seen the era of before 2000,
Hmm.
and we have seen 2020 and now post 2020.
Hmm.
So fortunately, we are the generation, we have seen different phases,
Correct. Correct.
right?
Yes.
And we have to tell them. and we have to sensitize them, our kids, through schools, through our senior citizens. Like if try to live with your parents, like your grandparents.
Yes.
They are the ones who are very stable, very patientful, and they give lot of sanskar of your family to your kids. So you have to silently arrange those arrangements. So individually, you know what is your pain areas and how to tackle with it. Give respect to them. They will automatically talk to your kids. They will take care of your children's very well, more than you, because you are occupied with lot of things outside. So that's fine.
Yes.
So try to spend time. At least have one dinner in your family, at least fortnightly,
Correct.
and mobiles strictly off. Go outing, whatever.
Yes.
See, Haldiram is a place where a Mercedes guy, happily eat
Eating.
food, even a two-wheeler guy,
Yes.
and both they don't find challenge with each other.
Correct.
So try to go out.
Yes.
Whatever is your
Try
permits.
spending
Yeah,
time
yeah,
with
try
the
and spend. Yeah.
family and giving and making sure that whenever you are together, at least in a day for an hour, I think this is a message to all the parents that in a day make sure to be sitting and talking about what all happened in a day. I think at one table that they should be discussing. Now you also talked about HuHaHo, uh, HuHaHo in Australia.
Yeah.
Now this is a concept which is of course gone abroad. It's a great news.
Yeah.
Now, how is it doing there? What are the accomplishments that you've already had in Australia?
So Australia, my sister Ruchi Sharma, she's handling it, and she's the cultural secretary for Melbourne Indian Society,
Okay.
and engaged herself into a lot of social activities. And like HuHaHo, she is running one FM channel which is Eastern FM 8.1,
Okay.
which is Hello Zindagi, Ruchi
Wow.
Sharma HuHaHo.
Super.
So that is into Victoria, Melbourne, and very much in demand. This is based on
Okay.
Indians. Actually, see, we have to find some. We have to create an atmosphere where we can
Yes.
feel relaxed.
Right.
So a lot of celebrities, achievers of life, they come into those programs, FM
Oh
channel.
wow.
They
Okay.
interact it, and in the middle, the old Hindi songs, which
Wow.
always excites and very
Yes. Yes.
soothing and
Yes.
give wellness of it.
Great concept.
So
Yes.
that way. So last month only, member of parliament of southern eastern Victoria, he visited, and few guests from Australia, they came to our center. I don't want to name them, and they have done a lot of studies, because our culture is so rich. People are following us. You see our Ayurveda, how much demand of our yoga teacher globally.
Yes.
It is more than IT instructors,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
And you name any property which is not offering morning beach yoga, or in the evening aquatic yoga in the 5-star properties.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody is following it.
Everyone's following.
But our youth is engaged to become a bouncer outside a cafeteria by eating protein X and all those things. So we have to discourage them. If you are not educated, live it, no problem, no issue. Please become a yoga teacher, because please become a medical attendant. So these are more respectable job. If your yoga teacher come and teaches you, you will call him sir only. So that's the respect.
Correct.
So instead of standing a youth outside a cafeteria being a bouncer is very low as compared to like
What you
become
can do
a
as a
yoga teacher. So idea is just to feel pride in our DNA, in our culture, and just promote it.
Very true, very true. And that your sister has already been doing in Australia. You are here doing it in India, and you're going, I'm sure you're going to go more places with this concept. And like you told that she's opened her, like she talks to people via her FM. Are you not planning that?
Yeah, we are into, like, we will add our podcast also very soon,
Okay.
and we
Alright.
will interact with all different families and role models of the societies,
Okay.
how they bring happiness, what message they want to give to society. So yesterday only I saw one London Top
Yes, yes,
podcast
yes, yes.
of CMD, the chairman of Vedanta Group,
Okay.
Mr. Anil
Anil
Agrawal.
Agrawal ji.
We all know
Yes,
he has
yes,
done wonders for the country,
yes.
for the state, for everybody, every Indian. We are proud on his achievements.
Yes.
He's 95,000 crore rupees group.
Right.
Imagine 95,000. And he was admitting into that podcast that I am feeling very alone. I hired 2 dogs for me to welcome 8 p.m. in the night. पैसा बड़ी बुरी चीज है. That was his last statement. कि घर बड़े होते गए, हम दूर होते गए. So imagine the extraordinary guy, achiever of life. He's having such kind of feeling. So what is going to happen with the others?
Hmm.
Today we are into a world where 95%, 99% marks achiever, students, they want to suicide.
Hmm.
See the quota news every month or the other. We are hearing unfortunate news from different, colleges.
Hmm.
Recently, one CA from a, you know, I don't know, remember the name of that corporate. She
This is
suicide.
this is-
It's very unfortunate.
yes.
Why? And the guys who don't have anything, they're already saying that we are into depression. What we will do?
Hmm.
See the skills.
Hmm.
हुनर तो खत्म होता जा रहा है.
Hmm.
We don't find painters, we don't find welders, we don't find, technicians because they don't want to enter into it.
Hmm.
And one day they realize there is no job, there is
Hmm.
nothing. So these are the pain points. Like in our HuHaHo also, we interact with the people like we are very much rich, developed country since Asian time.
Hmm.
800 years back, you go to Konark temple and see the creation of Raja, Narendra Dev. She, her mother, she promised to God, son, Suryadev, that my son will create a temple 800 years back.
Hmm.
And son is so committed that I will fulfill the commitment of my mother. And,
Hmm.
and he created that, temple,
Hmm.
which is so accurate. By the rays, you can find out the exact time.
Hmm.
So that was our culture.
Hmm.
The Ashok Stamp, the salt, the Himalayan salt. So we are so rich.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, if I say my grandfather, he was listening that India is a developing country. My father was listening India. My father still he is listening. India is a developing country. Myself is listening. India is a developing country, and my kids they are listening. So when we will become developed,
Hmm.
we are already developed. This is
Yes.
the tag which Western world is giving us.
Hmm.
We are so rich. We are into families.
Hmm.
We care for each other.
Hmm.
That is why we survived 1,000 years.
Hmm.
And people come to us, they acknowledge, they learn from us.
Hmm.
Even in our Vedas, everything is defined, everything is science.
So thank you so much, Mr. Harsh. It was great meeting you and knowing, and it put so much smile on my face. And so, my dear viewers, I'm sure I am smiling, and so are you. And if you're not, what are you thinking? HuHaHo has all the hope to put a smile on your face. And if you're thinking that you would like to be a part of this great concept, you can be an intern, you can voluntarily do it across the world, that you can connect with them via websites, via their phones, and they've got center which is going to give you all through the information. Come up, serve the society like Mr. Harsh is already doing, be a part of this great concept. This is Simran signing off, but I promise I will be back soon. You will see me smiling because I'm already following HuHaHo. So do you. Stay blessed.